The star of the show is turnip greens. I picked these last night, washed them, prepped them for this morning. We have a couple of purple top turnips we will be adding to the greens. 1 large diced sweet onion. My meat of choice is smoked tasso. Now you can use hog jowl, ham, any meat flavor. You can just use bacon grease, but I'm choosing to use tasso. You're going to need hot sauce of your choice, salt, pepper, sugar, bouillon base, a large tablespoon of minced garlic. We're going to need butter, Miss Lippy's famous Cluckin' Good for our seasoning, baking soda. This is the secret ingredient. Happy Saturday morning, y'all. You ready for the weekend vlog? Where we film from Saturday morning till Sunday late afternoon. And if you hear something, yeah, that'd be the coffee pot. Lippy needs a little pick-me-up. It's mid-morning. I've been busy. We had breakfast, did my normal chores. We did the chickens. But now we got to start on these turnip greens because they're going to cook low and slow because we've got to go to the sugar shack. And I'll show you what I'm doing out there, which will be another recipe. So just get ready, grab you some coffee, then you'll grab you some water or some sweet tea because y'all about to spend 2 days with Buddy and Lippy. So I'm gonna grab my coffee, meet you back at the stove. We gotta get these turnip greens going. Now, had I had mustard greens, I'd have combined the two. But we're working with turnip greens. And that little hint of baking soda is gonna be our trick. But that's gonna be down the road. I've got a tablespoon of bacon grease in our pot, and I'm sitting on about a number 8. We're gonna saute the onions in that, about a tablespoon of bacon grease. I'm gonna add my diced up tasso. Now that we've got some good heat on here, I'm gonna crank my temp down to a number 6. Now I'm gonna add our heaping tablespoon of minced garlic. I'm gonna start adding in my greens, and this will stop the cooking on the garlic because you don't want to burn your garlic. And I did give these a rough chop with my hands. See how they're already wilted and we haven't added any liquid yet. I don't know how much water to tell you to add because it really depends on the amount of greens you have. Oh, making a mess. I'm gonna go a little bit more. I kind of want them even with the greens, but not totally submerged, the greens submerged in water. Just like that. I'm gonna crank the heat back up to a number 8. Perfect. You see how the water is not covering them, but it's just even. First thing I'm gonna add is my Cluckin' Good. I love this seasoning with my greens. Now this will be to taste, but if you guys happen to have my Cluckin' Good, I'm gonna estimate a good tablespoon. Now you have got to salt your greens. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and measure for you guys because some of you are gonna want to know. That is a tablespoon of salt, guys. You really want to salt your pot liquor when it comes to greens. A little bit of black pepper. Here is our sugar. A heaping tablespoon. And no, it's not going to be sweet. Oh, I missed an ingredient, guys. Many of you who's been with me for a long time, you know I got to have my red pepper flakes. Maybe a half of a teaspoon. Now for our hot sauce. I prefer Crystal. That vinegar is going to do some amazing things to these greens. And no, it's not going to be hot. It's just going to have good flavor. About a tablespoon and a half. We've got a half a stick of butter. A heaping teaspoon of this bouillon base. Or you could have exchanged the water and the bouillon base for chicken broth. Smells so good. Now I'm not adding my turnips yet, because we need these greens to cook quite a while. Probably a good hour, hour and a half to evaporate some of this liquid and make a good pot liquor. And then we'll add the roots, kind of like a potato. You add them too soon, they can mush on you. All right, we need to bring this up to a good boil. I'm gonna go ahead and prep while we're waiting on the greens to come up to a boil, and I'll just set them back in this bowl. So I like to skin mine first. I'm struggling holding it with this hand. Guys, I'm gonna make it work. Now I kept mine fairly large, well, not too large, so they wouldn't turn to mush, and then Mr. Buddy can pick around them. I'm the one that eats these. He will pick around them. Now, as you can see, we're at a heavy boil. I'm gonna turn it down to a number 2, start simmering them. Let's give it one more good stir. Oh yeah. Look at that color, that fat from that tasso. Can you see that? That's flavor right there. We've made it out to the sugar shack, and now I'm gonna can my green beans. I'm not gonna have a full canner's worth, guys, but aren't they gorgeous? But if I can get, I don't know, hopefully 4 pints, I will be fine. But let me show you what I'm working with. I'm working with my Presto Precise electric canner. Now, because I'm not gonna have a full canner full, I do have 8 pints in here. That's how much this holds. Inside this canner, there is a line here that you must fill with water. And what I do is, as I insert my jars, I scoop that water out to be able to have weight to my jars. But there is an indicator line here that you fill. And like I said, because I'm not going to have a full canner, whatever jars I have left over, I'm going to fill with water, and I'm going to can water. But I'm not using my quality pressure can flats. I keep these little cheapos on hand just for this purpose. In case I need to can water, I'm not wasting good flats. I've got my canner plugged in. It is blinking pressure can. I'm going to hit next. And because I'm doing pint jars for green beans, it's 20 minutes. If you were going to do quarts, it would be 25 minutes. I'm going to hit next. It says insert jars. I've already done that. And now it's going to warm. Once it tells me to fill the jars, the water that I scooped out of the measured level in this canner, I will dump back into the canner. So therefore, I have the correct amount of water, which is about 3 quarts. But by putting the weight of water in these jars, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, it evenly distributes the heat. Having a dry jar in there, I don't trust it. So that's just my thing. So while we wait for this to come up to temp, I do have my canning salt, and I will be angling you down here, and I'm making sure that you guys can't see over there. Lots of happening on that side of the sugar shack. So I'm bringing this up to temp. I'm going to get my rings and everything ready, and then we'll get these canning. And while these are canning, I got to go over there and work. And then we'll go back inside, and we're going to check on our turnip greens. So we're going to multitask. Today's Saturday. It's gloomy, misty rain. I don't know what all we're going to get into, but whatever we do, we're going to bring y'all with us. And don't forget, we still have tomorrow, Sunday, garden update. Fun-filled weekend, guys. It's prompted me to fill the jars. And like I said, I do dump the water back in here so it keeps the correct level. to the pressure canner. I won't be putting these flats in the hot water. I don't have boiling water, but I have hot water. And I do like to submerge my flats in hot water. Now, I'm only going to do 3 right now because I'm not sure we're going to get 4 pints. And if I have to add one, we can add one. Okay, I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of canning salt. You can use any salt of your choice, just make sure it's non-iodized. I'm going to do 3 because I know I will have at least 3. Move these jars out the way. Can you? Yeah, you can see good. All right. I've got warm water. And I'm bringing it up to 1 inch for right now, and then we'll debubble. All right, I'm gonna debubble, and I'll have to add some more water for sure. And I love using a chopstick because you can get all the way down. But to ensure that I get a proper debubbling, y'all have seen me use my kraut masher. Perfect. All right, now I know you can see. I am going to mash. You may get some water coming up out. That is perfectly fine because we're ensuring we've got all the air bubbles out. You don't have to mash hard, guys. What about this one? Not bad. Okay. It's difficult working over here when I'm trying to hide something. I don't have enough for a canner, but I can snack and my chickens can snack. Okay, I'm gonna clean the rims of my jars because there is salt, and I don't want, when I was debubbling, I don't want any little grains of salt coming up and messing up the contact for the seal. If you notice, I'm steadily moving my finger around my rag because if there was anything on here and I just continued on, whatever I took off here could get on my jars. Okay, we're going to get our flats on. We're going to get our rings on, just finger tight. Don't crank down on it. Okay, I'm just gonna put some water in these, leaving probably about 1.5 inches of head space. If I have more in this pot, I'll top them off. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna top them off. Remember, we're not even worried if they seal because I will reuse these gold rings. Now, if these were to seal using, I would say, a quality flat, you've got distilled water. And I'm using just these old gold bands, guys. That way, when I see this, I know what it is. Some of them are kind of crooked because I've used them a lot for this. You still don't want to crank down on them now. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get our distilled water in here. And what that does is it's filling in the space because you never want to can with an open space. So this is what I do. And that way I don't say, well, I can't can. I've only got 4 jars. Yes, you can. Because the water won't go to waste even if it doesn't seal. You can use the water in your dish soap, whatever. It's going to be fine. Okay, now we have filled the jars. We're going to hit next. And it's heating up. And I'll wait for it to prompt me to put the regulator on. It is prompting me to put the regulator on. The regulator is on, and pretty soon we're going to see the pop-up valve go up. If it doesn't, that means there's a problem. I've never had a problem so far, but that's the key. We've been going about an hour and 10 minutes, and I want you to look at that beautiful pot liquor. And they are getting tender. I'm going to go ahead and add the turnips. The turnips are added, and in about 30 minutes, I'm going to show you what we do with that baking soda. I thought I was filming me putting the baking soda in. The last 30 minutes of your greens cooking, add 1/8 of a teaspoon to that large pot that I have. It's gonna bubble. That's because the vinegar that's in the hot sauce. Allow it to bubble, stir it in, and proceed on. Any bitter, no matter what green you have, that 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda the last 30 minutes will cut the bitter out. It just does something. You get like a true green taste, if that makes sense. So when I was editing just now, because today's Sunday, I noticed that I didn't hit start on the video. So that's what I do with the baking soda. And supper is ready. I smother fried some chicken legs. Here's our turnips. Here's our greens. And that pot liquor all over that cornbread and drowning in the plate. This makes Lippy happy. So we're fixing to sit down and eat. It is raining again, and it's supposed to be 50% rain tomorrow, so we'll have to do garden update and see what Mr. Buddy's going to be into tomorrow. He said he's got to get out there even if he's in a slicker suit. So I don't know what he has planned. But I hope you enjoyed spending Saturday with me. We're going to eat, pick our feet up, and probably shut down early tonight because we are tired. But I got a lot done in the Sugar Shack, so crossing my fingers that the website will be completed tomorrow for Monday's announcement for the holiday gift boxes. So we'll see y'all tomorrow, Sunday. Now Lippy's fixing to take her plate. Look at that smothered fried chicken. And I'm fixed to treat myself. See y'all tomorrow. Happy Sunday morning, y'all. It's about noon. I forgot to turn the camera on. But I'm looking at something on the hearth that I want to share with you guys. Then we come back, I'm going to show you what Mr. Buddy's been doing. I can't show you what I've been doing. Remember, I'm in the Sugar Shack. And it's got a little thunder, a little rumble, misty rain. So I hope to get out to the garden. But enjoy this little clip of a sweet treat we received last night. Let me show you the gift that we received. And I call it a gift because these are about 10 cents a piece. Now these are called candy corn pumpkins. And I can't wait to get these prepared, canned, as well as frozen. But the chickens will also enjoy the scraps. But for now, I'm going to let them sit here, and I will do batches at a time. And I also got a bag of the decorative variegated pumpkins. So since my chickens are molting and they've only blessed me with one egg, I thought the egg basket would be perfect to display these. There again, adding some fall colors. I just realized that my mats for the kitchen, thankful, grateful, and blessed, displays pumpkins. And you're going to see Mr. Buddy on the floor because he is having to, well, I don't even know what that's called. What's that called, Buddy? Caulk?
Mortar.
Oh, mortar. When we had the floors put in, we had to find the right match of mortar to what is on the hearth. And what he is doing is he's going through and sealing. I'll go to the other end and show you. Now, isn't that pretty?
It's mortar, but it comes in a caulking tube.
Oh, well, let me show you.
Sanded ceramic tile caulk, but it's like comes out like a mortar. So you could call it caulk, but it's a grout.
Oh, okay.
And it's sanded, so it takes the shape and texture and all of the actual.
So you're going in and cleaning it up.
So I'm cleaning up the edge here, because the bricks ain't all even, you know.
No, none of this was even, guys. This was cracked, and it was tough to put this flooring in when he did. But once he gets through, you won't be able to tell where he's put that caulk mortar to what the other mortar looks like, because it's a very dark gray. I wouldn't call it black, but
like a charcoal.
like a dark charcoal.
That's actually the color I use in charcoal.
Oh, okay.
Stand back here and you can't hardly tell it.
No, you can't tell
Once
it.
it dries, it's gonna lighten up just a little bit.
I can zoom in, see?
And it'll get, I actually went in to help give it some more texture. And just take a foam brush.
Take a foam brush.
And I push it up against it and just kind of pull it up.
Oh,
and that foam leaves little pores in it. And then when it dries, it has a sandy, just like the rest of it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So now we let it dry. See what it turns out like.
And the only thing left that we have to do on this wall is Buddy's working on a mantle. This is, I don't know what this is. It's just not good. But I don't know what it is, what you call that. It's an oak, I guess. Buddy just stepped out. But I'm going to show you what he has been working on. Hopefully it's done by Christmas, to be able to put the new mantle in, and then we're going to reconfigure the living room. Can you see the beam right there? And that's what he's been cutting and sanding and all. It's very similar to that to make the new mantle. And then we're going to actually put the TV over on top of the mantle. But this was original to the house, 1979. We got a break in the rain. So let's do a quick garden update. Look at these broccolis. Just amazing. Oh, but I noticed something, guys. Let's get that out of there. And look at these radishes. They have gone crazy. We'll go on down. And I want you to look at these radishes. Now I'm starting to see some down in here, so it won't be long. I don't know if y'all can see. It won't be long, we'll be harvesting some radishes. Look at the carrots, guys. You can tell the new ones to the ones I started previously. And it looks like they're all gonna germinate. I will have some thinning to do. The Brussels sprouts have just about doubled in size. Here's our kale. It is beautiful. Look at the pitiful celery, how it's just taken off now that we got a little bit cooler temps. Oops, I'm getting foggy in here. And there's that cabbage, that extra cabbage, remember, that I planted for Buddy. The lantanas are in bloom. They're loving this cooler nights. It's time to harvest some collard greens soon. And then yesterday, y'all saw me cook the turnip greens and the roots. And let me tell you, they were out of this world. I'm going to try the champion collards next. Look at these mammoth leaves, guys. But like I said, I will use those larger leaves, blanch them, submerge them in cold water, and use them as a cabbage roll. Only I'll be using the greens as my leaf. Look at the beets, guys. And here's the cabbage. The heads are forming. No bug damage. I'm telling you, that garden tone is something else, guys. Look at this head. And we'll come on down. Look at that one. But so far, no bug damage. I did reseed radishes here. But look at here. Now these are the icicles. Oops, my camera's getting foggy. I'm rushing, guys, because I really want to stay dry. This is the cabbage that I planted last week. Remember that Buddy had bought, and I said it was a 4-pack, but it was a 6-pack. Here's that little package of mixed radishes that I had. I mean, they germinated, but they look a little pitiful. Spinach is doing good. I did not seed start like I said I would last week. The week turned a little crazy, so I'll try to get that done this week. Oregano's doing good. I planted beets here. I had to think. Great germination. So I've got some more beets going. There's the other oregano. Remember we transplanted together? And here's the green bean patch. Remember we was able to get 4 pints yesterday. Look at this. I mean, and it's loaded. Look at that. I missed that one. But in about a week, I'm going to try and get 3 or 4 more pints. They are just absolutely loaded with beans. And here is the celery we transplanted. And remember, I told you about this little bit of grass that comes up in the straw that I used. Here's a better example. So you got to kind of come in and, well, you really want to get it all out. Here's one. Well, oh, that thing scared me. Y'all look. He jumped at me. Well, he didn't jump. He just jumped from one to another. Hello, little friend. You can see the raindrops on his nose. He's brown. But if he got on something green, he'd turn green. But look at that little fella. The bee bomb's still here. The peppermint's still here. But this is what I wanted to show y'all. Remember, kind of got blurry. Remember, I reseeded in that empty spot. I want y'all to look. It's turning solid green, guys. And that's the Danvers, and I mixed the Caratas. All right, let's go over here. See if I can get y'all in here. Look at that. So we are going to have a nice amount of carrots. But I'm going to have Mr. Buddy help me thin them. I don't thin that well, but I didn't do bad, guys, as far as the spacing. I don't think I did as bad as I normally do. I strategically placed them. Well, the best you can with carrot seeds. But it is beautiful. So hopefully those 2 patches will come on, and I think that they will. And yes, the mounds of dirt is still here. It truly is a hot mess, I'm not gonna lie. But it won't be come spring. But yes, we got a mess on our hands, but we are not going to shovel this. We are going to see about getting a tractor that has a small one that has a dump bucket on it, and see if we can't scoop this up, because I think we can get one straight down, possibly the back, definitely this front row. I'm gonna film. As soon as these 2x4s come off, you're gonna see these frames just collapse. They're very easy to dismantle. It's just the dirt that is definitely intimidating. But we'll just give a good little scan like this. And there is life in the under construction garden. Yeah, I'm back in the house. Mr. Buddy's working on our lunch behind the camera. And I'm trying to open up the Patriot seeds that Miss Kim and Mr. Dave sent us. Now, it's been at my post office 2-3 weeks. Let me tell y'all what happened. When you open your post office box and you pull your stuff out. Well, because of a business, I get a lot of advertisement. Good thing I didn't throw it in the trash a while back. I actually brought it to the house. And I think it's because they didn't have the trash can there. So I was going through it the other day, all the stack of mail that's in my, what I call my inbox. And that's what I go through periodically for the month when I close the month out in the Sugar Shack. And I went to throw it, and when I did, I felt something. And that yellow paper, a piece of paper that says you have, you know, a signature sign or you have mail that won't fit into your box, was stuck to the Uline little advertisement magazine. And thank goodness that my postman up there said, when I handed it to him, he says, yeah, I've been waiting for you to come by. He said, actually, somebody called to see if you picked it up. Well, now I didn't pick it up because I didn't know I had anything. So I'm going to be mindful now when I pull stuff out, I'm going to make sure nothing is stuck. But I got to get this open, so I got to get Mr. Buddy's help. So I'll be right back. Now, I don't have y'all on my fancy tripod, so we just got to make this work. That's a lot of, I love this canister. All right, let's see what we got, y'all. We got crookneck squash. Now, I've never tried these seeds. I've heard of them. We have golden acre cabbage, scarlet carrots. Oh, this is Mr. Buddy's. He's got to put this up. He's been vacuum sealing his corn. Golden Bantam yellow sweet corn. Because Mr. Buddy wants to plant corn this year. Cauliflower, and in case y'all don't know, remember, I'm testing my brassicas right now, fall to winter. Normally, I get better results winter to spring. So I'm going to actually double plant. Got some cauliflower. The champion radish, that's one of my favorites because it has a bite. So I got some radishes. Marglobe, or is that married? No, that's not a Y. It's Marglobe tomatoes. They almost look like a little bit large. It's like a salad tomato. Not a cherry tomato, more like a salad tomato. Full sun. I'm 100% heirloom seeds. I didn't know these were USA. The Sweet California Wonder Bells. I grow them every year, and I only have one little seed packet left. Yellow sweet Spanish onion. My onions aren't doing too bad, but they're not doing too good. So I'm going to leave that off to the side because I want to redo those. Oh, bud, you got some crimson sweet watermelon.
Come on.
Oh, see, I didn't have any seeds of the butternut squash. So I really should have got the seeds in around June, and I didn't. But guess what, guys? I've got seeds now. Blue Lake Bush green beans. Y'all know I love the bush green beans. Hal's Best Cantaloupe. Bud, you got you some more cantaloupe. He's the cantaloupe watermelon grower. More beets, and you know Lippy's going to plant these beets for the fall to spring. Spinach, my favorite. It don't matter what kind. This is a Bloomsdale spinach. Paris Island lettuce. Oh, it almost looks like a butter crunch. Look at that. Don't that look like a butter crunch? And I'm going to zoom in. That's why I paused. We got broccoli. What is this? Bush beans. Black turtle bush bean. Oh, that's a new one. Look at that. And I'm going to zoom in so y'all can really see. It's a new one for Lippy. Y'all know me. I stay just so traditional. I don't get outside the box. Market more cucumbers. I love these, and I didn't have any more seeds. Sugar pod peas. Now, to be honest, I've never grown them. Buddy likes the sugar peas, but we've never grown them in all these years together. 25 years. Have we ever grown them? I don't
sugar
remember.
Snaps or
Well,
sugar peas?
These are a sugar pod pea, so it's
That
like
might
a.
be something like it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe
We're
so.
gonna show try.
So, guys, this was gifted. I'm not sponsored, but this is a complete yearly seeds, food.
Yeah,
That's
survival
why it's
vault.
called Survival Seed Vault. Thank you, Miss Kim, Mr. Dave.
Thank you much. Thank you
We're
much.
very, very happy. Now, I'm going to come back in a minute, but we got lunch. We're having chopped beef sandwiches,
Sir.
some baked beans, and potato salad.
They're going to be good, too.
But look, guys, I think it goes well with the table decor. Look at that. Guys, it is 5:40 p.m. Sunday evening. And I know we were all over the place this weekend, but I felt like I was all over the place. I was here, there, and yonder, and Mr. Buddy was trying to do stuff in between the rains. So you saw a little bit of what he was doing in the house. But what I didn't film, because I was out in the sugar shack, you also did the new, what's that thing called? The doorbell.
Doorbell.
Yeah, we've had it 2 years.
Trim on the back door.
Trim on the back door.
Went and done something in the garden. I don't know. In between the rains.
Yeah, I don't remember what he done, because
It's been a
I couldn't-
5 minute here, 5 minute there all weekend.
I couldn't chase him because, you know, I'm stuck out in there. So there was no way I'd known what he was doing. But we're going to end the video.
5 minutes here, 5 minutes there.
It's crazy, but I told y'all I'm going to bring you along. So y'all got a little window to what our weekend looked like. But to end the video, y'all know Mike and Miss Rochelle at Central Texas Homestead. They have Piercing hot sauce. Now, I'm going to leave the link in the description. This is their new holiday blend.
Oh, it's good.
And it's blueberries and ghost peppers.
It's scary.
And I was like, I don't know about this. And in the note, he said, watch it.
It's scary.
Okay. So we
started, let me go ahead and tell you, we started with, okay, so it's ghost pepper, so it's going to be hot. Lippy don't do no hot, period.
I
Okay?
do warm, not hot.
Warm, not hot, okay? So she took about a match head on her finger. I don't know.
And we don't have
know.
the good tripod.
So then I took a little bit on my finger and I said, nah, it's good, it's good. And then we had a couple other people over here and they tried it.
Grandpa and Mr. Craig.
Grandpa and Miss Gray. Well, they took a little bit more and they was like, oh, yeah, it's got something. So,
Well, can you see?
needless to say, it is very good and it will sneak up on you. It's sweet.
Going
heat.
in. It's sweet going in.
Oh, it's sweet going in and here comes the heat right behind it and you start feeling it.
And I don't have no
And,
heat with the amount I had.
You got to eat
I
more
have
of it.
barely
A
warm.
little bit, you're not going to tell it. But once you start steady going with it, you'll
Yeah,
start
you
feeling
piled
heat.
it on, yeah.
So, it's good. I'm telling you.
This is, now, y'all know I like the yellow one.
I can see me
But
eating that on
this
some
is
eggs.
called Blue Spirit. And I'm going to
And I'm
tell
gonna try
you,
it.
if y'all like hot sauce, there's a lot of varieties. But this
Yeah.
is their new, I would say, holiday flavor. But it is good. I was very shocked. Now, I had it yesterday, but I didn't want to put it in my greens. I wanted to use Crystal because that's what I'm used to. Now, he's putting more than me. And I'm still not getting heat, guys. And that was a little piece of chip with a little bit of that. I love the flavor. But I wouldn't be able to do...
Oh, it's great flavor.
You know.
Like I say, you got to get a little bit more to feel a little more heat. Now, the more you eat of it, the more heat's going to come in. But you can really tell a blueberry and it comes in real
And
real
it
quick.
says, Piercing Hot Blue Spirit, rise to the occasion. And the ingredients is blueberry, ghost pepper, onion, garlic, vinegar, ginger, and
Y'all
spices.
done good. You done good on it.
This is phenomenal.
Some really good stuff.
It's number 2 from my favorite, which is the yellow. I think it's Sun.
Yeah,
I'm
I
out.
forget
I
what
don't
it is,
remember.
but it's good. I'm out.
I use it a lot. So I will leave this in the description, guys. Go check them out. This is family. This is mom, daughter, son-in-law, dad, which
Quality.
is Mike. He's
Quality,
a retired
quality.
chef. And this is where it's at. We got to keep focusing on the little man.
Family,
the
local,
small businesses.
business.
I think, in my opinion, that's what's missing in this country. But that's for one of Lippy's driving chit-chats. But yeah, I'll leave the link.
She'll get one.
Their prices are amazing. And no, I wasn't asked to do any of this. They don't even know I'm doing this. It's just when I know quality and I share truth, price for this size bottle is incredible. So go check them out. You may see something on their website that you want to
Check them out.
see.
You might see something you want.
They may have even holiday boxes. I'm not sure. I haven't actually looked because y'all know where I've been. But tomorrow, you won't see me. Normally you do on Mondays, but, well, no. No, you won't see me tomorrow, Monday.
Tuesday.
No, you'll see me Tuesday. I go for I hope my final checkup on my hand.
We're going to see.
I don't know.
Wednesday, I'll be back at work tomorrow.
You won't see me. I have a doctor's appointment. So you will see me Tuesday. So as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
Holla.
Cross your fingers. Tuesday.